So,
Yeah,
well done. Hopefully it wasn't
yeah,
too-
I mean, it wasn't
Jazz.
nothing too crazy, still, it doesn't touch any of the state, which shows needs height requirements, so.
Easy stuff.
Yeah, and if there is,
So,
nothing big today, which I hope that is.
so you're gonna take away. Yes, thank you. Good. Yeah. Okay. And yes, so you've got some of the plans on, or I can.
I do have some of the plans, and I can pull them up if we would like.
But I also got.
Glasses today, so. Let's see.
No.
But Lance, do you know Eric? He's my architect.
Hello, Eric. I'm Lance Kuykendall.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
He's also on the Bear Hills board, and we've been talking about various things. So
Okay.
along the way in construction, and then a whole set of issues related to Bear Hills infrastructure, which you probably be aware of if you live in the area here, is just aged infrastructure. And we're working, trying to work with April and then planning, the part of the planning organization, April Miller, is that right?
Oh, she is the director of public works.
Public Works, okay, yeah, just in some of the road work stuff that we've got issues and problems with up there, stuff.
I'm gonna wait a couple minutes just to see,
Zoomers.
right, see if anyone can come on or wants to come
I
on.
sent this to all my friends, we'll see where everybody signs in. Terry can't make it, she's got a meeting, so.
When was Fair Hills? Looked like it was in the 50s or maybe 60s?
Late 40s.
Okay.
Yes. Started in the 40s, other things. Most of the big construction was in the 50s. A little bit running into the 60s, then they started running out of lots and we just dribbled along since.
Well, yeah, riding my bike up there at one point, I was thinking of how, they cut all the grades in and went it this way and then that way, and then all the lots and how they're placed. And I'm sure it was,
Well, as I told Greg, I think the way they cut the roads in was the guy got on a tractor and said, go up the hill.
I would not at all, just, they're probably like,
And we have an absolutely awful infrastructure.
yeah,
And the trouble is, it was never a final map filed on.
no kidding.
Nobody knows where anything is. Nobody knows who built it.
It was the Wild West in the 40s.
It was.
Is that like your story, is that your sewer line runs under somebody else's house?
Yeah,
Literally under the house.
yeah.
Okay.
Under the pool was added later.
Mm.
My stepfather was a developer in the 60s and he had an option to develop Angel Island.
Yeah.
Really?
An option,
Wow.
an option. They never executed the city, state,
Have you ever seen the plan for the third grade crossing with a bridge?
Yeah.
It stops on Angel Island.
It's part of it.
Yep.
So he did Re-Edge Road in Tiburon and Heather Gardens and Larkspur and a few others. Well, that were a little more sane.
We have
It
direct,
shows you how crazy it is.
we have all direct burial electricity with no conduit. Some of the gas lines are 1/4 inch flexible copper pipe, copper tubing.
Oh,
And nobody knows where everything is there.
Which, by the way, when it comes to gas, one of the things we have to talk about is a possibility. So if there's ever an earthquake and the gas goes up for a long period of time, I need to have a spigot someplace so I can connect up gas.
oh, yeah, into the main line. Yeah, I guess you could come back in. Well, you'd have to talk to PG&E about that because that's kind of reverse feeding into their system, which is very dangerous.
Yeah, I have multiple
Valves, but
Valves.
yeah, it's something you want to.
I'll talk to them. Yeah. Yep, but just preparing for the inevitable. Did anybody get an earthquake announcement today?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was
we all got
the
one.
Loma Prieta or,
Yeah, it looked like it was near Stockton.
oh.
When we looked at a map because we were like,
Okay.
do we go under the desks or?
My phone went off, I jumped.
Yeah, yeah, I was like, "Oh, goodness."
Well, the message. One second.
Yeah,
But isn't that fabulous? I mean, they finally came
Yeah.
to realize, well, actually,
Yeah.
light is faster than, waves through the earth.
mhm. Okay, so it looks like no one else is gonna attend virtually, which is totally okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. So good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, October 18th, 2023. The applicants Greg Peters and Eric Layton and I, Michaela O'Brien, the zoning administrator, are present, and the meeting is now open. So welcome to the City of Santa Fe zoning administrator hearing. On today's agenda is a request for environmental and design review permit for modification of roof line located on a residential lot with average slope of 25% or greater and hillside residential general plan land use designation. Mr. Peters or Mr. Layton, would you either to present?
I can present in any way fashion that is needed for your review or for yours or understanding. I mean, we could just say that the plans reflect the application and leave it at that, unless there's any questions.
No questions for me? I think we can go ahead as long as, yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, great, thank you. Now we open for public comment. Would you like to have any?
I don't have.
Okay, great. So we're gonna go ahead and close the public comment. So as the zoning administrator, I hereby approve the project ED 23-052. The request for administrative for a environmental and design review permit. This is in accordance with the findings of that the project design is in accordance with the general plan, the objectives of the zoning ordinance, and the purpose of this chapter. That the design is consistent with all applicable sites, architecture, and landscape and design criteria and guidelines. That the project design minimizes adverse environmental impacts. That the project design will not be detrimental to public health, safety, or welfare. All matters are heard before the zoning administrator may be appealed to the planning commission within 5 business days from the decision. And to file an appeal, you can email me. So we have basically 5 business days from here, and then we'll be able to close as long as there's no appeal, we can move forward.
Thank you, Michaela. I sent an email, I think, to you about the possibility of making a building permit application prior to
Right.
approval.
So
And I went ahead and did that,
Yeah.
just to kind of start the process and see if they had any comments or requests. So that's plugging along. Do we need to remind anybody that it's been approved, or will it sort of internally happen? I'm worried about it.
So I'm already routed on that building permit. I saw that this morning, actually. So I just put my review as under review, essentially. So after the 5 business days of that period, I'll approve it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So that's pretty much it.
April.
Yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns?
It's hard to do, but it's not a second. I think that's it. There's gonna be some separate applications. All of possibly some landscaping, but that's down the road. And we'll keep you well informed on that. And then the sewer, we'll deal with the sewer replacement if it has to be done as a potentially separate building permit. So those are the only ones, and then maybe solar is also separate.
Batteries, they have battery. Yeah, and then, and as part of the, also the irrigation has to be redone, because some of the irrigation is gonna get dug up for the remodel.
Okay. Yeah,
Whatever's required for that.
yeah, as long as the solar's not ground mounted, I won't get solar.
Oh, and solar's
It's
there.
already, it's already done.
It's,
Okay.
yeah, it's in, yeah, there's a permit on that in,
Okay, gotcha.
for that, 2016, I think, 15 or 16, we put that in.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we're good to go. There's anything further? I'm gonna finish up, gonna type the minutes and everything from the meeting. And we'll just go from there.
All right, well, thank you.